like my granddaughters do. So this is what happens. Hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 287 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Today we're talking about intentions and motives for communication growth. We could say intentions and motives, and we're going to look at that today. Our intentions and our motives in our communication. And we want to focus on the things that help us to grow and get the results we want, not the ones that don't help us get the result we want. I'll share an example in a minute, but first, I have to share what happens when you hang out with granddaughters. You end up with a whole page of scratch and sniff unicorns, grape, blueberry in your annual challenge notebook. So today we've got Diana's story in Guide to the Let's Grow annual challenge private Facebook group page. Of course, you can read her story and how she used self-reflection, looking at how she communicated in different situations and how her intentions and her motives weren't necessarily received the way they were planned. You know, in our heads, we have a reason for communicating, and our intentions and our motives are our own. I'll share a couple of examples of that, because today we're going to look at our own intentions and motives when we're communicating in different situations and find the ones that are for communication growth and the ones that are not necessarily for communication growth. I'll give you an example. This time of year, every 4 years, I get involved in social media discussions because I have strong political opinions that I generally don't share in my everyday life. I don't share them in business, no place there. And I don't share them even with my family and friends for the most part, because some of us agree, some of us don't, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And I know that no matter how much evidence or arguing or questioning we have, we're not going to change someone else's mind about politics, religion, their core values, the things that are most important to them, what they will and will not tolerate for themselves. Each and every one of us needs to decide that on our own. Each and every one of us with a cloggy throat needs to take a drink of coffee. Sorry, the girls have colds. My daughter has a cold. I'm hanging out and helping them. Well, their dad's down in Florida for the hurricane. He's a lineman, one of those 50,000 that are down in the state of Florida. So what we intend, and I find this a lot with me, communicating with my kids, with my granddaughters, etc., I tend to go one direction and it isn't matching my motives and my intention. My motives and my intentions with my granddaughters is to always keep them safe, make sure that they never get hurt on my watch, that nothing super bad ever happens to them, that they don't break a bone, that they don't cut something open and need stitches, etc. And I tend to be very emphatic, meaning I yell when I'm afraid they're going to hurt themselves or to stop them from doing something. And it drives my daughter nuts. It drives me nuts. I hear it in my head and I'm like, that is not the way to get their attention. I think I'm going to try whispering. I've heard that helps. So I'm going to try whispering instead of yelling. But I'm digressing. My point is, the reaction I want isn't the reaction I get through my mode of communication. So the receiver of your communication doesn't need to change what they're doing. I need to change what I'm doing, just like you'll need to change what you're doing in some situations and circumstances. So today, as you go about your day and you're having conversations and communicating, pay attention to the way your message is being received versus what your intention behind that message is. Usually our intention is good. Sometimes our intention is just because we're afraid of something. Sometimes our intention, our motive is because we want to cover our hurt feelings. Sometimes our intention is because we want to cover up mistakes that we've made and try to hide them. It's called human nature. But are those things for us? Yeah, they're going to protect us in the short term, but are they going to really have the communication growth effect and impact that we want in the long term? Probably not, right? I find whenever I make a mistake, the best, fastest, easiest way to learn from that is to say, oh my God, I totally screwed this up. What happened? How can I make sure it doesn't happen in the future? And that is especially true in our conversations and communications, because nothing can destroy a relationship faster than having a communication style that doesn't match. And it's not necessarily the style, but a way of communicating that doesn't match the person that you're communicating with. All right. Love to know how this works out for you today. Pay attention. But just think about and be really 100% honest with yourself in different situations. What was your motivation? What's your motive for that communication? And what is the intention for that communication? And did it come across to the other person? And did you deliver it in a way that you wanted to get the desired result that you want for that communication? Wow, talking in circles, not great communication. All right, if I can help you anyway, ask. Otherwise, have fun with this. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow with another communication growth related topic for this month's focus on communication growth as part of the Let's Grow annual challenge. Have an amazing day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow, hopefully with more voice